Oh, boy.
Welcome to Minot Talk.
It's Tuesday.
It's not 9 a.m.
No, it's not.
6 p.m.
We were supposed to be on at 9, and
What happened,
I
Kyler?
had to cancel. It's my fault. I apologize to Haley at the Sears Valley Animal Shelter. We were going to have her on, and
She's coming on Thursday now.
she will be on
9
Thursday
a.m.
morning. I will be
All
on
goes well.
Thursday morning. It'll be a good time. I was in an accident last night. And
I read about this.
I lost my car. Yeah, it was.
You got your car taken away from you?
No, it is totaled, unfortunately.
Totaled.
I was I'm not even the victim in this situation. I was caught in the middle of everything. If you saw the fun news the other day today, about the accident last night involving two cars and a pedestrian on 11th Avenue Southwest, I was the one car in that situation.
And by fun, we mean definitely not fun.
No, it was not a good situation. I got T-boned. Back end of my car went up onto a curb through a fire hydrant and unfortunately into a woman that was sitting on the curb. So really not a great situation. I think she's okay. I'm fine.
Is the fire hydrant okay?
No, it was not.
Was it spilling water?
No, it wasn't. Thank God. Oh man, that would have been a nightmare. I think it's not like GTA. I think they have it so they're
that's good.
predetermined not to do that if some massive situation.
What's GTA?
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, okay. I don't know. You might not know.
Bro.
But no, I'm a little stiff, but I'm all good. Car's not.
You know what IDK means?
I don't know.
You don't know? What about IDC?
I don't care.
You don't know and you don't care. Okay, whatever. Move on.
On to the next one. But yeah, how you been, Jonathan?
Well, I haven't been in any car accidents, so I'm doing quite well.
That was my first real one I've ever I've been passenger.
Yeah, I've been in
before.
one, but not recent. Well, not in this month.
Not this month, at least. Glad you're still with us too. Before we get into your fair experience, big basketball news. We got to hit on
Big
really
basketball
fast.
news.
I mean,
Yeah.
the king, LeBron James, is going to Philadelphia. He's heading to Philly.
Breaking news, right?
Yeah, a couple days ago now, but that's going to be an my Lakers are LeBron-less now for the first time in like 8 years, which is wild to think it's been that long in the first place.
Yeah, it is. It is. Draymond Green's going back to the Warriors.
Sounds like James Harden's probably going to go back to the Cavs now too,
And you're in good company because there's also this guy by the name of Kyle Shanahan that was in a crash.
See,
Difference is that one was his fault.
it was. Yeah, he admitted that apparently.
Yeah.
He got all kinds of messed up too. Poor
did.
Guy. He had like
Almost lost an eye. Was one
that
person
bad.
said.
Wow, that's crazy. I heard he had to get a bunch of stitches, broke a bunch of stuff up. Sounds like he was the one that did the T-boning in that situation. In his situation,
Someone's got to do it. There's going to be a T-bone accident. Someone's got to do the T-bone.
Yes, someone has. There has to be two sides to that, unfortunately.
For a T-bone accident, there does.
And
So that's all true.
we're here now.
Yeah, so 76ers going to win it all?
No, I don't got faith that Embiid's going to be healthy in the playoffs.
Is LeBron going to be healthy in the playoffs?
I think so.
I think LeBron could be missing a leg and he'd be in the playoffs.
Yeah, he'd figure it out at that point.
Yeah.
He'd drag himself
Especially
along.
this, because he made it sound like this, or the next one says last year.
Yeah.
It's his last contract, maybe?
He signed a
didn't-
2-year deal, technically.
He did not say it was his last contract.
No.
He said it was his last team.
Yeah.
I believe he said it was his last
Yeah,
team.
like he signed a 2-year deal with a player option for the second year.
How about
so
the $8 million? How much money could he have gotten?
From the Lakers, theoretically, upwards of 50. Like, I think even upwards of 60 from only from the Lakers, though. And it sounded like they weren't going to offer him that anyways. But I think they were still prepared to offer him significantly more than anyone else.
A real contract?
Yeah. Like,
And
I think that $4 million he got from the Sixers, give or take a couple million, but that's generally what he would have got from anyone outside of the Lakers.
that's all that they would have given him.
Yeah, because of either it's like the mid-level, the new version of the mid-level exception, which is a certain percentage that you're able to spend if you're over the cap.
Isn't that a steal?
Yeah, very much so. It is a straight-up ring-chasing event by LeBron.
Well, yeah, I get that, but it's crazy that that's where the whole league was at.
Yeah. I think the big thing was most teams didn't have cap space.
Yeah,
And the couple that did,
and you're not
he
going to
wasn't-
clear cap for him.
No, not $50 million worth of cap. Like you can make, obviously 4 and probably up to 10, 12 work at that range. But you get past that, and most teams can't make it happen.
I agree. Is ring chasing. All right, North Dakota State Fair.
Yeah.
All right, I went there on Friday.
What happened?
Did you go there?
I didn't make it this year. I was going to, and I missed out. I know.
We'll have words about that later. I did see somebody. I'll give him a shout out. Zach Racknerud. I saw him there eating pickle pizza.
Did you try it?
Of course I didn't.
Everyone tried it. Even our good friend of the show, Joe Skrzyzewski.
I actually did not try it.
I'm disappointed.
So I am somebody. So therefore, everyone did not try it.
If I go to the fair next year, I'm going to make you try it.
If you go to the fair, you're going to make me? Okay.
I'm going to buy you a piece of it and leave it with you.
That's great.
And then if you don't eat it, I guess you don't eat it at that point.
Nonetheless.
What did you do at the fair?
Well.
So you had an event,
So this is what happened. I was out of town the week before the fair because that's when this starts. And I received an email from the legendary Tim Olson on Tuesday before the fair.
Sure.
And I saw it, and that day was a crazy day for me. And I didn't read it, but I saw like general of it. And so then he called me, I believe it was Thursday, following up to the email. And I'm like, yeah, I saw your email. He's like, yeah, are you able to help? I'm like, yeah, I can help. And so I'm helping at some of it. And that's great. Sounds good.
You never fully read the email.
I didn't fully read the email.
You committed
do you
to
fully read the emails?
If I either just don't read it or I read it in full, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's one or the other. Yeah, and it was some 4-H event. So I was like, this isn't going to be so bad. Something about doing something with a 4-H student.
Were you a 4-H kid growing up?
No, I was not. Do I look like I was a 4-H kid? What I mean by that is, do I look like I spent any time outside with animals?
Let's see your outfit from that night. We might have give us an idea of that.
Yeah, well, that outfit is not going on the broadcast. So, yeah, it turns out Thursday before I'm doing something on Friday. And Thursday, I'm like, I should probably figure this out. He said that they might be reaching out. So I checked my email. Sure enough, there was an email that I had received. I read it. I'm like, oh, it's something about showing animals. What is this anyways? So then I call Jamie at the chamber. I'm like, hey, just trying to get a couple details hammered out. She's like, let me send you pictures from past events so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. So I get these pictures. And there's like Governor Kelly Armstrong all by himself walking an animal. I'm like, this is not what I thought this was.
What did you think it was?
I thought I was doing something with a 4-H student. I thought that maybe we would be showing an animal together or something. Nope, that's not what happened. So you get to the event.
Did you have to bring your own animal?
Thankfully, I didn't.
Oh, gosh.
I did do based off what I had in my own closet, I did my best
cowboy
Western garb I could get. I had a snap button shirt, which is a random adventure that I wanted a snap button shirt end of last year. My city jeans, as I called them, and some quasi work boot things that kind of passed.
They weren't cowboy boots.
They were not cowboy boots.
That's okay.
And I find out that what's going on is that the 4-H student is going to train me on how to show an animal in a competition.
Oh, so they have to train you how to walk the animal around.
Yeah. Then I'm getting told these frightening stories of how some of the animals bite.
Just kick it. Or no, don't do that.
Don't do that. I mean, this is someone else's precious possession.
That's not yours. Don't kick it.
So what happens is I get trained to there's a random drawing, and it's 4 media members. And so I get drawn. We get drawn in the pigs. So I go hang out with the pigs. I get trained on how to show a pig.
Was it a good pig?
Yeah, I mean, it was a wonderful looking pig. But these are things that you have to remember, because if you saw the video, which you guys haven't, I do have the video. Maybe one day they'll come out.
Maybe Thursday.
Maybe it won't. I guess Kyler does have it, so that could happen. If you know anything about showing pigs, which I'm sure you don't. This is something that I've been in competitions showing pigs.
You have. You're professional almost.
I'm almost a professional. You have to let the pig stay between you and the judge at all times. You cannot let the pig be against the fence. You have to keep the pig moving at all times. And you need to keep the pig's head out of the dirt.
Why?
Those are because you're showing the pig to the judge. They're having to determine what
Okay,
is the
so
best.
it's all based on sight line of the judge, not
Yes,
like the pig's
yes.
going to try to like.
And then the one random thing that is hilarious to me is this is the most out of all the rules. It's the most hilarious to me is that you, as a person presenting, have to keep making eye contact with the judge, which is hilarious because it's like, hey, look at my pig. Hey, look.
Like can you talk to him at that
No,
point?
you shouldn't be talking to the judge unless they talk to you. Then you can talk back.
So you just got to like make eye contact with him, but you can't talk.
Yeah, you got to keep.
I wouldn't be good at this.
That part's hard because you get really focused on what's going on, and that's why.
Like if I'm just doing it and I don't have to like.
Yeah, might have a chance.
Yeah, or vice versa. We can do a little banter back and forth, and it would work out.
I did my very best showing of a pig, and I didn't win.
Oh. What was your score?
I didn't get a score.
Oh.
I won't go too far into that part of it.
Was there
Could be
controversy?
There could be some. There could be some controversy about who won,
controversial things,
or maybe not about who won, but how it all worked out. But you know what? It's
how
all
a winner
settled.
was determined.
Exactly.
Oh
But
boy,
it was all fun and games, and I showed a pig,
that's fun. What was the pig's name?
Remy.
Was that its actual name?
That's the pig. That's what I was told.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it had a name or if you like just pick something out there. I love it. Did you have fun showing a pig?
It wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Are you going to do it again?
I have to wait for the invite, bro. This is like a whole process.
That's fair. We'll find out.
But yeah, I
next
really
year.
did enjoy it. It was
You
a good
would
time.
do it again.
I would do it again.
Okay, that's the better question for you.
I would do it again.
My
I would show
interviewer
up.
skills got to be.
Goat. That's the part. That's one that scares me, but it's random. So if I was in it again, it might be a goat. And that's scary.
What are there? There's goat, sheep, pig.
Well, there's
like cow?
I don't know if there was sheep.
Isn't there sheep?
There's two different kinds
Oh,
of goats. There's
like-
a meat goat and there's a dairy goat. There's a cow. I don't think there was horses.
Okay. Yeah, a horse might kick you.
There's something else though. I forget what it was.
I love
Gotta
it.
be.
I'm glad you had a fun
Could have
time.
been. Probably was sheep.
That's good because I mean they do like the mutton busting where the kids ride the sheep.
Yeah,
and
that's not
stuff.
what happened though. But that would have been fun. It would have been fun to see somebody.
See you ride a sheep.
Yeah, that would have been pretty funny.
That would.
Poor sheep. All right. Anyways, that is the state fair. You didn't go. I went. I had the cheese curds. I had the mini donuts. I had the ice cream.
You did the.
I
flips.
had the heat.
Yeah.
I had the lemonade. Dude, it was hot.
I believe
but
that.
I didn't mind it. It was all right.
That's good.
Dealt with it. Conquered.
You made it, and you're back, and now
I'm
we get to
here.
wait till next year. And I look forward to it as always. That's one of the highlights of Minot summer. So when we get the fair here in town,
It is. It is. Hopefully, it stays around. Around 6:30, we're going to be having
a guest on.
a guest, Dorion Cipriani from the Dakota Basketball League.
We've mentioned it here on the show before.
Yep.
I'm excited for it. I'm
Yeah.
really thinking this is going to be a fun conversation tonight.
It will be. But before we talk about that, there was a busy day for Kyler.
It has been.
Yesterday, gets in a car accident at like 5 o'clock, so in the evening.
Yeah.
Today, he had to find a way to get to City Hall.
I did. I shout out to my dad. He is retired, so I was able to borrow his vehicle today. Big shout out to my dad, Stu. But yeah, this morning
He is retired. So I was able to borrow his car, which is just an hilarious
Totally
way to
stole
put
it,
that. In other words, he's doing nothing, so I took his car.
Well, he had worked early for a couple hours this morning.
there you go.
But,
He did do something.
Exactly. So I had to run up to, well, before I even went to work, I had to do a bunch of insurance stuff this morning. I filed my claim last night. That whole nonsense. Had to go get the stuff out of my car because they're going to total it out and everything. Went to work. And of course, I got off work. And like you said, I had to go to City Hall. There was a ALPR committee meeting today. First time in 2 months. We haven't had a meeting since May.
You guys should be doing work.
Today was the first real kind of set in stone meeting where we were able to really look at the data that they were getting back.
Yeah.
I think June 18th is when they officially went on, turned everything on and got everything rolling.
Right.
And at that point, they didn't, there was, a couple cars in the fleet that didn't have everything turned on at that point. But one of the big things that they really focused on was making sure that they had everybody trained up to where they need to be. And on top of that, making sure that everything was squared away and the data was all getting retained the right way. So the really cool thing that they had was a big data sheet that they were able to present to us, which gave us first off, the total overlook of everything that happened. And that was, 400, or excuse me, in a week, it averaged about 100,000 hits a week. So that's driving all around town, all the different police cars that have these on. There's about 100,000 hits that it had in a week. That sounds like a lot, but honestly, I think we were talking earlier, we anticipated it being a little higher even than that 100,000. So after that, we discussed a little bit about what they were doing with it. They were since, pretty much about a month at this point, there was 5 total searches that were requested, one of which was denied. It was an out of city department that had requested some information. What that information was, we're not 100% sure what it was, but just parts of an active investigations they can't discuss at that point. But we went on to discuss the 4 hits that were accepted a little to a degree. We can't, again, same things, some of the specific details they can't get into. But those 4 that were accepted, I think we were expecting to see higher numbers than just 5 total
seemed low.
Searches in general. But I was really excited by the conversations we were having. I think I'm really encouraged by the way the PD's starting to go about this right now too. They're taking this very slow and step by step at this point. They want to get everybody on the same page and on board to what they're doing before they try to look to expand it.
You had kind of a brutal question that you asked.
My question?
Yeah. Is this even productive with the restrictions that we put on?
Yeah.
That's
what I asked. Yeah. I thought it was a fair question.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Well,
were you happy with the answer?
Yeah, they say it is, and because I think the restrictions we have on it are necessary at this point.
Right. That's the context that I was looking for.
Yeah. Well, which I'm not up there to
provide that context.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, and because I think the restrictions we have, maybe there's a little wiggle room in there one way or the other. Whether the 10-day data thing goes to 7 or 14, or instead of 3 current captains and lieutenants can approve searches, it goes up to 5 or 6 kind of thing.
Yeah.
But big picture, do they have the right amount? Is with the restrictions on, is this still a useful tool for them? And they said yes. Largely it is. They're still able to make this a valuable tool for Minot going forward.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that that's the case. I'm really thinking that, if we continue on this path, it can be a useful tool without having to go down the path of any Fourth Amendment violations, any excessive looking into certain specific people's, their data at that point. It's a big conglomerate of data all put together of pretty much a timeline of every vehicle in Minot that just passed a police car.
Crazy.
It is.
And it's important to note that's not Flock.
No, very much different thing. Flock is a centralized thing that all the data that's collected by Flock goes to Flock, where they can distribute it however they want at that point.
Yeah, they actually own the data.
Yes.
And that's the large problem.
That's a key point to that, because with the data collected by our ALPR system, the city of Minot and the Minot Police Department owns that data.
Yep, and we dispose of it.
Yes.
And that's basically probably the number one point of conversation or contention around the whole thing is how long we keep that data.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah. That's one of the biggest things we're having.
There's other things for sure.
Yeah.
But that, like, who can approve a search and there's other things. But it seems like the feeling is it effective with it just being a week?
Yeah. And as of right now, the goal is to get it up to 10 days, which is what council set the limit at. But because Axon doesn't have that as a base template in their system, it goes, I think, from 7 days to 14 days. We're working with them to get that as an additional option in there. For you. Of course, Minot has to be difficult, but I like that, I think. And, maybe we'll end up moving it to the city council, not we. City council will end up moving that to 14 or 2 weeks rather than.
Could have been you.
It's been that kind of year. And it'll be an interesting thing to see how that plays out going forward.
I agree.
But I really do want to also kind of emphasize that.
Well, then please do.
I think as of right now, they're doing a good job with it. I like the restrictions that we have. The one thing I think, going back about the conversation points we were having, is that 10 days enough time period, because you can have delayed reportings. One of the committee members, Mike, was talking to me about when he was in law enforcement. There was a murder case that he got assigned to that they didn't even find the person till almost a month after the fact, and that's one of those things where, because of some data points, they cut a couple breaks in the case, they were able to solve it. But in a situation like this, if you have someone that's dead in their home for 30 days and you want to go try to find some semblance of a place to even start, and if you wanted to use the ALPR data as that starting point, you wouldn't be able to. Which, is that the right or wrong thing? That's a different discussion point, but I think that's kind of where we're at as a whole as a committee right now.
Interesting stuff. I want to say this. It's not about ALPRs at all, but if you go to minottalk.com, we got a little website there that has all of our Minot Talk podcasts. there. You can go see them.
And you released an article today, didn't you?
I didn't, but there was one on there.
Okay, it was a popular. I saw it on their Facebook page.
Yep.
Got a lot of
we
attention.
have daily articles going on minottalk.com.
Yes.
And then we are going to be having some more local content put on there as well.
Yeah, that's going to be
It's definitely focusing on Minot.
Yes, it is. That is the Minot centric part of what we're doing, and in the coming months, I would expect to see some more stuff transition over there.
Yeah, we have some ideas for maybe more local content.
Yeah, we're going to see how it goes.
Mini documentary if Kyler takes the charge on it.
It's been,
We have great ideas.
We're big
We
ideas,
just need someone
guys.
to tell us to do it.
Yes.
But one idea that we had was to have the founder of the Dakota Basketball League on.
be
And
exciting.
so we reached out to him and he's like, let's do it. So he is going to be on here shortly. We're going to go to a quick ad and then we're going to come back and we're going to be able to talk to him. So
do it.
60 seconds. We'll be back.
In the demanding world of oil and gas, precision, safety, and efficiency are non-negotiable. Unmanned operator drone services revolutionizes how you monitor, inspect, and manage your operations. With cutting-edge technology and expert operators, we deliver real-time data, detailed reports, and actionable insights for our valuable clients. Why risk the safety of your team or waste precious time? Our drones access even the most challenging areas with ease, reducing downtime and enhancing safety across your sites. We take the guesswork out of your projects by offering LiDAR, mapping, and inspection services so that your projects stay safe, on budget, and on time. Unmanned operator drone services, where technology meets safety, precision, and efficiency. Contact us today to elevate your operations. Yes, pun intended.
Hi, I'm Steve Padregula. I'm running for Minot City Council. I'm asking for your vote because I believe I have the experience, common sense.
Yeah, well, we're sorry about that, folks. Went to the wrong ad, so then we had to jump to the wrong screen. But you know what? We're back.
We made it.
We're joined by, how do you say your last name? Because I butcher every single name I've ever mentioned on the show.
You're good. It's Cipriani.
Cipriani. Was I close earlier? I feel like I
think
was.
you were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said that even.
Dorian. It's good to have Dorion Cipriani with
Yes.
us. Did I mess up your first name now?
No, all good. All good across the board. Yeah, great. Yeah, high fives all around.
Yep, Jonathan did it. All right, so there's this idea that you had one day, a few months ago, start a basketball league.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Ah, man, it just kind of happens, you know. So I was working with someone that I had met through Facebook, and he was putting together a baseball league.
Yep.
I don't know if you've heard of him, Cole Talley, throwing
Yeah.
together North Dakota Men's Summer Baseball League.
Yep.
And me not being athletically gifted in baseball, you know, I'm like, hey, like you have a great concept.
Yeah.
My bread and butter is like basketball, track,
Okay.
you know. So I jumped around and I took that concept and I made it a statewide concept overall.
Okay. So were you like friends with him beforehand, or how did you get connected with him with it two different concepts?
So honestly, I got connected with him on Facebook because he was hunting for people to do odd jobs like clean up yards, help do stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
And my wife and I needed some extra help
Yeah.
on the yard, so he came by and
I gotcha.
just made that connection.
Yeah, very cool. So you get connected. You hear the idea that he has. Was a basketball league something that you like? Was this childhood dream? Like, did it literally start 2 months ago, or was this something in the back of your mind maybe a few years ago, or what happened?
So in a way, it's a little bit of both. Back in
Yeah.
my mind years ago, back in my
Right.
mind like just 2 months ago. you know?
Okay, gotcha. Everything just met.
Yeah, I have always wanted to do something with basketball myself personally. My goal was always to end up in the NBA. Not as a player. I am so
Right.
far from being good enough for that.
You got the beard though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I fear the beard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I wanted to be involved in basketball. My goal was to always be in the front office, working as a
Okay.
general manager, scout, doing something like that. As like on the business side of things. So
Well, the research says that you were actually almost had an intern position with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
yes.
How's that happen?
So I had made a connection at one of my jobs here in Minot, and one of my friend, his sister, actually worked for the Cavaliers,
Wow.
and he was willing to get me an in.
Yeah.
through that.
Small world.
So
It
yeah,
is.
very small world, you know. And when things start moving, things kind of just start happening,
Yeah.
very quickly. But at the time, just an opportunity that we couldn't really capitalize on.
Yeah, so you could be the GM for the Cavaliers, but instead something greater.
Yeah.
A commissioner of a basketball league.
Yeah, right. It's kind of cool to hear that. Yeah. To hear that I'm a commissioner, yeah, it's awesome to hear that. Yeah, this concept has been something that I've been super excited about.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting excited for it, so it's something I hope to, not let people down.
Oh, you won't.
So how did you start developing or finding the different markets around the state that you wanted to get into?
Yeah, so I basically did a little bit of market research just on the main 5 hubs of North Dakota. Williston, Bismarck, Fargo, Grand Forks, and Minot.
Yeah.
Capitalize on those main hubs, because you got all these other little towns just around them that people can play for Bismarck but be from Mandan, or they can play for Fargo but they're out of Kindred,
Right.
things like that. So just finding the main local hubs that would have a facility that we could use for practices, that we could use for games, making sure that those were cities with those venues available.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you have, I guess, what are the home locations you have lined? Do you have them lined up yet?
Yeah, so Minot, Williston, Fargo, Grand Forks, Bismarck. Bismarck, I'm currently waiting to hear back about pricing for the venue.
Sure.
Minot, I hope to be doing the auditorium for our main games. We have that booked for our showcase event, which is January 9th. So that's booked, that's there. It's just a matter of, it takes labor to take the court in and out when it's not already in there.
I see.
And the rest all get folded in there at that point.
Right. And as a summer league, the court's not in there, so we'd have to incur costs for doing labor, which is
It's all
something
part
that,
of the game.
Yeah, all part of the game. That's where I want it. Fargo, I've talked about doing it at their sports center that they have attached to what they call the Shack, the Sanford Health Athletic Complex. So those are what we're looking at and what I'm waiting to hear back on right now.
That's exciting.
Yeah, super.
And Grand Forks and Williston, do you have locations?
Still working on finalizing those
That's
locations.
right. Well, that's part of the thing of being a commissioner. Like, not only are you trying to build teams, because that's what you had to do this time. You had to get coaches, you had to get team players, and we'll probably talk about all that. But then you had to find venues, and you had to find the best place for jerseys and something that the players are going to be happy with, and everything. Like, is it more on your plate than you expected as you get into the details and the weeds of everything that goes on?
So my wife has been really great about trying to keep me level and grounded.
Yeah, that's good.
She's like, you see the big picture, you see what it could be at the end,
Right?
But you need to minimize and go back down. So
focus.
Like, here's the steps to get there.
Where are we at today?
Yeah, where we at today. So like with merchandise and everything, we're doing it local with someone here in town.
That's awesome.
FLM Visuals. He actually made this hat.
It's looking good.
So one of the nice things, and we're starting to release merchandise for the players and their families and everything. So that'll be done by the end of this week.
Okay.
But yeah, going through the process of every little minute detail that you need hammered out and figured out. Like, you need to make sure you have your shot clock. You need to have your little computer ready to go. You need to make sure that it's professional length court. You need to make sure it has the right 3-point line on it and everything.
So okay, that great things right there, because that sounds so simple. But there's like 3 different size basketball courts at least.
Yeah.
What are you using a high school basketball court? Are you using a college? Or maybe that's the same. I'm not quite sure on that. See, there we go.
So college and professional, I believe they're the same as far as the 3-point line goes.
Okay.
So we aren't going to be playing traditional high school 3-point, which, if I did leave it at a high school 3-point, I could ask the high schools in the area, hey, can I use your gym? Can I do this? So, but I wanted to add an extra layer of competition and skill to
makes
it
sense.
to kind of, hey, like, let's bring this out a little bit. I got guys who can hit a 3 from high school, no problem. Let's bring it out a little bit. Obviously, I'm not trying to have people chuck up 3-pointers at the half court logo.
Let's do it.
But I mean, hey, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah,
Be
exactly.
North Dakota Steph Curry.
Yeah, right.
Do it.
Right.
There's some guys that can.
It's open field to create your name here. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So when you're developing the teams at this point, are you having to like go seek out ownership groups for them, or is the league acting as its own? This might be too big picture, I guess.
Yeah, no. So this is kind of where my brain is and where it thinks. I'm not doing individual ownership of the teams yet. The league will be owning all the teams at least this first year around. Now, I've had people approach me and ask me about owning a team in the different cities. But I don't know if it's something. This is my baby,
That's fair.
and I'm wanting it to be I want to show everyone that it can be successful and that we can make things happen. And then I'll look into exploring ownership because right now they're looking to own something in the league that hasn't even started play yet.
Right. Yeah. No, I hear you. Well, the thing is if I don't know how much money it would take to take a team, but say somebody had $50,000 and they just wanted to pour it in and they had access to good sponsors, they might be able to stack a team though and get talent that you're not able to get at this point in other teams simply because there's not owners and there's no cap limit and there's no whatever else to kind of make sure that there's an even chance for everybody.
Yeah, and the contract that I started working on with this individual that wanted to buy one of the teams, I kind of laid it all out in there like, hey, this first year, like the salary cap, like this is what it is. Because I don't want you going out and recruiting players and paying them $1,000 a game. And I'm like, I can't compete with that.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Guys quit their jobs for a couple months to
right.
do that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thought process is I want it to be nurtured and taken care of at least this first year and see where we stand going into year 2.
I think that's good.
And explore options from there.
So we know that this is going to be, it starts next year, right? Beginning of 2027. A question that I have though is how does the schedule work? You know, they're gonna be paid per game. The players will be paid per game that they play. There's an incentive for winning, I believe. They get a bonus for winning. But how many games is it? 3 games a week? Is it 1 game a week? How does that part work?
I'm looking to make them double or triple headers on the weekends.
Gotcha.
So, kind of make it like a tournament style play each weekend that it happens. Obviously, I'm exploring different opportunities too, like doing a game during the week and then one on the Saturday. Obviously, the thing that I compete with the most in the summer is people are going to be out at the lake.
Yeah,
people are going to be enjoying their
Saturdays.
North Dakota summer out there doing things. But overall, I want to try and keep games like on a Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Okay.
Try to keep games like that. Ideally, 2 games a week would be awesome. But I know that's not realistic for everybody.
Per team.
Per team. Yeah. Because we obviously have guys who have families, they have kids, they have full-time jobs.
Excuses.
Right.
It's a complete joke.
Yeah, right. That's like, I'm managing it with my 6 kids.
Exactly. 6 kids,
You
bro.
can do it.
Right. Yeah, no. So ideally, at minimum, 8 games during the official season, at minimum. But I would like to increase that a little bit more to give it more of the earned feel.
You're looking at like a 2-month season and then playoffs?
Yep. Playoffs would follow that, and there'd be a championship pool that'd be split up between the players and everything.
So it's like 2.5 week or 2.5 months for the full season?
2.5, 3, yeah.
2.5, 3 months.
Right around there.
Gotcha.
And that's something, if we were to begin it at the beginning of May and run it through the end of August, and then have playoffs start and end in September.
Gotcha.
So,
and then you mentioned doubleheader. You're saying, what do you mean by that?
so by having, if let's say the auditorium is like, hey, we can host venues on this date, and I can't get any other venues to commit dates for me, I can invite those teams and have like the Fargo and Bismarck team play first, and the next game would be Minot and Williston or Minot and Grand Forks.
So basically, 1 weekend it'll be in Minot, 1 weekend it'll be in Bismarck, go through the state, and then until all rotate through.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
So you working on, at this point, we see that you guys are hiring coaches, players are getting signed to teams, which is awesome. Have you started building out like that team level? I guess before I even ask that, how much of a team level staff do you plan to have for all the teams? Is there going to be like a statistician?
Yeah.
Kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah. So that's the goal.
Sure.
Is obviously have someone there that's committed to that team to take stats and do everything for them. I do have a couple guys who are interested and willing to travel to do it for. Be like, hey, I can do it for all the teams. Sure. Just let me hop in and let me know where I'm needed.
Yeah.
Which has been great with the community. They've been very apt to jump to help and what can I do to help? How can I help? I've had one of the referees reach out based out of Fargo, and he gave me the contact information for all the refs across the state, like the big head guys who to talk to.
That's cool.
How to get in contact with them. So, yeah, I guess overall for team staff, it'd be nice to have the statistician there. It would be nice to have like I don't want to say a water boy, but like someone there.
Hydration specialist.
Yes, hydration specialist. Yes. Get someone in there that can make sure they got everything they need in their locker room. Make sure everything's good to go. I'm sure my wife is watching this right now. I'm sure if I asked, she'd be willing to help. I can get the kids involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it a full family business. Have everyone taking care of everything.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right.
So when you go and you're building out all these teams, how many coaches are you looking to have per team? Just a head coach? Are you
Just a head coach at least for this first year.
fair?
Yeah.
Then I guess, would it be up to, if say someone wanted to just volunteer to help coach on a assistant basis, would that be up to the coach or like up to you to add them onto that staff?
I think that'd be a conversation for the both of us
Yeah,
to have.
that's
You know,
fair.
if
That's
you
the
felt
best
like you
call.
wanted a little extra help, bring it on. Just like this first year, I want the coaches to kind of have a say in their team, you know, because this first year player registration is you're filling out this Google form for me. It's coming to me, and then I'm reaching out to you, recruiting you to the team. We're taking care of the league dues, any of the paperwork, like the W-9, all that. And from there, it's, okay, you're on the team now. But now that you're on the team, this coach has to be watching you and evaluating your performance and seeing where you fit in this team. And if the coach doesn't think that you end up being a great fit, we might have to look at other
Decide
Might
what
have
happens
to,
next year at
yeah,
that point.
yeah, right.
Might
exactly.
be a good water boy, hydration specialist.
H2O.
So Google form you mentioned. What is the process to it looks like you're still looking for players. What's the process to join?
Yeah. So the initial process was filling out the Google form, name, add your email address, phone number, highest level you've played, so on and so forth. Kind of going through run of the mill questions.
Yep.
Kind of like a interview without me doing the full formal interview.
Yep.
And then after you fill that out, I get your contact information. I reach out, start initiating the paperwork process. I give them the league information first and say, this is how much you'll be compensated. This is the travel reimbursement, like going through all that. And I'm like, are you still interested? Do you still want to play after hearing all that? They're like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, great. So then here's the paperwork I need you to fill out and return to me. And then here's the league dues. This is what's due before you can officially have a spot.
Right.
And then from there, it's just hanging out and waiting until our showcase event, which is January 9th. Really excited for that. Hoping there's going to be a good turnout for
When
that.
do practices start for the players?
As soon as the coach wants to start them.
Okay,
Awesome.
gotcha. So those could be starting today.
Yeah.
Right. They aren't, but they could be.
Yeah, I know the Minot guys. They've been trying to get together and getting some runs in together.
That's good.
We just had a session with I'm Possible Trading, IPT, down in Bismarck.
Yep.
And I originally had a group of 9 planned to go, but only 4 of them showed up.
Of course.
But I mean, they still enjoyed it. They learned lots of valuable information from Mark Kinnebrew down there. He's great at what he does. So it was super awesome to have him field that opportunity for us.
For sure. For sure.
And are you still looking for sponsors as well for the league?
Yep.
If anyone's interested, how can they go about doing that?
So they can reach out either through the Facebook page directly, or they can go to our website and there's a little form to fill out a sponsorship information. So that way I can reach out again, kind of the same way. Got your phone number and email there. Let me reach out and communicate to you that way. Other than that, it's a lot of boots on the ground, walking business to business.
You gotta go door to door.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, boots on the ground marketing.
Cold call,
Can't beat it.
One thing that we saw though is I think it was in conjunction with a sponsor though. You guys did an actual basketball clinic. So this goes beyond just the playing, but there's actual clinics that you're playing. What's kind of the strategy there?
Yeah, so the plan is to have a basketball clinic, youth clinic, at least once a month for every team.
Gotcha.
Once I get rosters finalized and everything, like Bismarck and Grand Forks, not Bismarck, Grand Forks, Fargo and Grand Forks, we're almost full for the rosters, but I'm trying to wait until we get a full 10, 12-man roster available. And then from there, finding a venue to host a clinic like the YMCA. So shout out to the Record Fitness and Recreation Center. They're one of the Minot sponsors. Awesome. So they're the Minot Outlaw sponsor, and they have volunteered to let us use their gym for clinics and everything.
Very cool.
So that'll be happening August 7th. Super excited for that. Get the community engaged, get the youth involved, because I want to make sure that we are by the community for the community.
Yeah.
That's big and important to me and how we're structuring this league. So
For sure.
We probably should have started here, or at least done this sooner. But what are the 5 teams? We have the Minot Outlaws,
We did start there.
Grand Forks.
You asked the 5 markets.
The markets, yes, but I forgot to actually ask the
team
team
names.
Team names. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, we got the Minot Outlaws.
Yep.
There's the Grand Forks Huskies.
Yep.
Bismarck Capitalists.
Yep.
And then you have
Williston
Roughnecks.
Roughnecks.
That's
Yep. And then the Fargo Reapers.
Okay, fair.
Yep. And that one is just because I'm working with the Valley and everything there. When I was kind of drawing out the logos and everything, I'm like, okay. When I cleaned out an old farm, I found like this old scythe. At one point, what they used to cut grass.
I love it.
The sling blades, right?
Yeah.
And with the connection to the valley and everything, their motto is "Reap the Valley."
Okay.
So I thought that was like a good statement, nice strong motto to live by for the team. So
I gotta say, I love the Bismarck Capitalists name. That's fantastic.
I love their colors, the navy, gold, and white. So I think that'll look real clean once it gets out there and everyone's wearing their jerseys. So
Obviously, I will be a Minot Outlaws fan.
Yes.
But I had to shout out the Bismarck Capitalist name.
I love it. I'm happy to hear that. That makes me feel good knowing that people are resonating with these names and teams, and it's sounding good to other people, not just in my head.
That's the hard part. That's the true litmus test of business right there.
Yep.
There's a lot of ideas that are great in the office at home. Okay. We talked about the league itself, but there's also the front office of the league, and that's what you get to do. I want to talk about the business side of it for a minute.
Yeah.
It's sponsor ran, but it sounds like there's also other things that you're trying to do. Like, how does this league flourish, basically?
So I will know that the league is flourishing once we have, dedicated sponsors for each team.
And you're talking about like a jersey sponsor as well as I'm sure you have other sponsorship
like league-wide sponsor. Yeah, you can do a league-wide sponsorship or you can do a team sponsorship.
Okay.
SRT and Rickard Fitness Rec Center, they are Minot Outlaw sponsors.
Yep.
And I'm doing 2 team sponsors, for patches. You got 2 shoulders, so you can do one in each. Other than that, it is obviously my own investment going into it as well.
Yeah.
And then there will be the merchandise aspect of it, which is coming out the end of this week, beginning of next week. And then
are you gonna have long sleeve shirts?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll buy one.
Yeah, I can get you whatever you want.
Dude,
I say working with FLM, Fry, he's a great guy.
Yeah, bro.
I've been working with him for the last 6 years, just doing my own custom stuff all the time, and he's super great, awesome to help with and get it done.
I'm ready for it.
And then the youth clinics, once a month, try and get our faces out there and everything.
And you're gonna do those across the state.
Across the state, yep.
That's awesome. Staying active in the community.
Yep. That's my big thing. I'm not saying I want them in there helping with every single soup kitchen that pops up and everything, but I want them to get out there and like show everyone what we're about, which is about the communities, because the North Dakota community shaped me so much, and I want to help give back to the same community that shaped me into who I am.
Well, that's something that I wanted to get to, but we kind of jumped into the deal. Like, you're a former Class B basketball player. Went to Glenburn, right?
Yep.
Who's Dorion? We didn't talk about him at all.
We jumped right into the basketball.
Yeah. So honestly,
that's the unfun question, right?
Yeah. Who is Dorion? Well, let's see. I haven't shaved, but I am bald. There's that.
There's a reason we're wearing the hat.
The bald-headed bearded guy that you usually see, right? Yeah.
You grew up in North Dakota?
I grew up in North Dakota. I always say I had my little stint in Florida for 2 years when I was younger.
Classic North Dakota life.
But North Dakota all my life from second grade on. I originally went to Bismarck for school. I ended up graduating out in Glenburn.
Okay.
And then after Glenburn, I attended Minot State, where I know we had a class together. At least one, I believe, is with Dr. Mays. I think it was one of the entrepreneurship classes.
Yeah. That's always good.
Because I remember hearing about your marketing consulting concepts and everything. Then I'm like, man, this guy has something good. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the presentations and everything. So at Minot State, I got my degrees in management, marketing, international business, and entrepreneurship.
That's awesome.
And from there, I'm married. I have 6 kids at home.
That's awesome, man.
And the whole petting zoo on top of
that. Yeah, I hear you. But it sounds like in about 10 years, 8 years, he's going to have his own team.
Right. Yeah.
He's got a starting 5 and 6th man of the year.
Yep. So I can field my own team. And once those grandkids start coming, they can start stack the whole team.
The league.
Yep.
He's got a plan.
Yeah.
So what team? Obviously, basketball is your sport.
Yeah.
What team did you grow up a fan of? NBA wise, we'll start there.
Yeah. So this is another funny story that I talked about in my last podcast I was in.
Maybe you just need to start your own.
Yeah, right
here, man. We got you.
Podcast. Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah, we can get it going.
Sportscaster, let me know.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. honestly, we're looking, so I'll keep you in the back of my
Okay,
mind for sure.
go.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's my team. You know, I started watching in 2016 when LeBron was still on the team.
Could have been back. Could have been back.
Could have been back, but he went to the 76ers.
You guys kept Donovan Mitchell.
Whatever.
Didn't go after Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, right. You know, so we had Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Come on.
See,
now.
if you were the GM, you would have had that figured out.
Yeah, $8 million deal for 2 years. You know, I'll offer you 16.
Right, we got this.
Come back.
Yep.
My friends were going back and forth between Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who's going to win the championship this year? Who's going to be in it? Because Golden State just won 2015. 2016 comes around and it goes through all the way to Game 7. The Cavs come out on top. I stick to being a Cavs fan. And I've stayed a Cavs fan through this whole tenure without LeBron and everything. So people
There were some dark days for a minute there, too.
There was. 2019 was a rough year. But, you know, Colin Sexton and then Darius Garland came the year after that. And we had this great young core with Larry Nance Jr., we got Dean Wade, which he just
still
left the
around?
team to
Oh,
76ers.
yeah.
So he went to the 76ers. So he gets to play with LeBron. But, yeah. And we had Lowry Markkinen for a bit there. So,
Guys, I'm old. Because, like, I remember this Golden State run like it was 2 years ago.
yeah. No, and it's been,
like
it's been 10 years.
2015, 2017, 2018 when they were dominating.
Three people left from those teams.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I
old.
get that. But I didn't realize that I was also getting old as people were aging out there.
Right, yeah. So I still love the Cavs. Been sticking with them through their dark days, you know. So no one call me a bandwagon.
You stuck it out when you chose them.
Yep. And I mean, same way with my football team. I've been a Patriots fan all my life, so I know.
That internship, though, I interrupt you, but that
Yeah, it's
internship
fine.
was like a big deal then because
Yeah.
it wasn't just that it was for the Cavs. That was your team.
Yep. Yeah. It was.
I'm rubbing salt in a wound right now, probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's crazy, dude. What an opportunity that actually was. That's
Yeah.
pretty
And
cool.
hey,
Congrats on that.
Yeah. If I can make it there again, I
I'll do
most
that.
definitely will.
Well, and you can look at two
Yeah, he's
things.
gonna look at the positive side right
Well,
now.
I try. One, you can turn this league into that stepping stone opportunity
Yes.
for yourself.
Yep.
Or two, even without that, if you did take that opportunity, would this league even be a thing?
Right, because then I might have my own thing going in Cleveland right
Yeah,
now, right? And
exactly.
So, I mean, if this can be a stepping stone, that'd be great. Just like with the guys playing in this league, if it were a
Right, that's
stepping
where I wanna
stone
go,
for them to advance to the TBL or the ABA or even go overseas and do something after the DBL, I would love to be a stepping stone to be part of that journey where they say, hey, I used to play ball in North Dakota.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing in Spain. Now I'm playing in Europe somewhere, you know? So it's...
Because this is and I know that this is a rudimentary question, but I'm going somewhere. This is professional basketball, correct?
You know, so I've been going back and forth between semi-professional and professional.
For college, but in the terms of colleges, is it professional? Because for college, you have to be amateur, right? But
Yeah.
I know that even their stuff is getting
a little
convoluted because of
cloudy right
NIL.
Yeah.
But if they take money from you, are they able to still play ball in college?
They're not.
Okay.
So that is one big thing where if I have college players interested, I have to wait until their eligibility is done.
Gotcha.
If they want to play with us, because I don't want to ruin their college opportunity.
Gotcha.
And that's I was very forward with guys who are signing up and everything. Where if they said that they've been playing in college, I'm like, hey, just so you know, like this will ruin your eligibility if you play for us, because I would be paying you at that point.
Now, are you able, and maybe you would go against the concept that you want, but are you able to take on players and say, they're like, I want to keep my amateur status, but I'll play in the league?
Yes, I'd be more than willing to do that.
Gotcha.
That would be their own personal decision to make,
Right.
And I would want no influence in that,
For
of
sure.
course, because
But my point with that is that could actually be a stepping stone for them because college, the whole game is changing, and colleges have shown that they'd be willing to pay X amount of money for somebody for a year or for 2 years. So there was a guy that was borderline coming out of high school, needed to get against bigger, tougher guys, whatever it is, to grow. Take 2 years in your league, and then they might be able to take a step into college.
yeah. So if we could be that stepping stone for them, that'd be great. You know, because I'm not saying I'm going to have Minot State or, you know, UND, NDSU recruiters coming to the games or anything.
For sure.
But, you know, if I got a kid who just came out of high school, like on the Outlaws, there's this one player, he just came out of high school. I know he's played travel ball, but he may not be going to college for basketball. This would be another opportunity for him to continue playing and showcase talent that like, hey, I could be on a college team,
Yeah.
or, you know, I can do tryouts, be a walk-on, you know, how that whole college eligibility works. So
Yeah, very cool.
It's a good option for them to start getting that next step at that point.
Yes.
Is there a specific kind of person you're looking for to play on the teams?
Good at basketball.
I don't want
One of those
to.
guys?
I don't want to ask. Like, I guess I'll just say it.
That one took a Red Bull. That was a
Yeah, I
tough
know.
question. Bro.
Is there a too old or a too young kind of thing? Is there a maximum or a
Whoa.
minimum? I know. I'm ageist here. I know.
No, you're good. So at least for this first year, there isn't, you know, my wife actually just asked me this morning, why don't you have them at 17? You know, for some players that graduated high school at 17 or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking 18 plus.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Easiest landmark.
yeah. Just so that way it's just a general consensus. So you don't have to be like, oh, well, are you still
He didn't
in
want
high
to deal with
school?
mellow ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I mean, if he wants to come to the league and play for a little bit,
But he was
I'll
like
pay him.
16 or something, and then he went overseas, right? He was
Jello, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jello. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I went to China.
Yep. To the Shanghai
right.
Sharks.
Yep.
Yep. So there is no age cap necessarily. I have a few guys who are, you know, in their late 20s, early 30s.
That's old.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Brutal.
No. My wife just had her birthday. She turned a nice young 21.
21. Yes.
Yeah.
Sticking at 21.
Yeah. That's what she'll be every year from
Yes.
here on out.
It's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
Man.
So there's no age cap.
Okay, that's fair.
Not yet. Anyway, you know, it's if you feel like you can still play ball at a competitive level,
Let's try.
Come play.
Because I say that obviously in whatever sense, but I've seen people that are in their 40s and 50s that can go out and ball at the at Y. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean,
100%.
what LeBron? He's entering year
Yeah,
23.
42 years old. Entering, and he's coming out with his 24 shoe that I can't wait for.
Yeah.
So-
He
So
shoot for
it
every
should be
season.
year 24, right?
Yep.
Yep. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. 42 years old, still playing basketball.
Professional.
And still averaging 20 points a game.
Yeah,
Vince Carter, he was averaging 5 in his last year. You know, like,
Robert Horry was like 2 or
Yeah.
something.
What was
Right.
Jordan?
He averaged 20 a game.
In his last year?
He was like,
When he was for the
I don't know if it
Wizards?
was-
when he went to the Wizards, I believe he was averaging 8 or 9.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were like, he was on a clock. He could not play the whole game.
Well, because he was like half running the team at that time too.
Yep.
Like he
Yeah.
was in a weird.
See-
he drafted Kwame Brown and played with him. Like it was a weird situation.
Growing up, I was a Blazers fan, and we had Scottie Pippen.
Jailblazers.
Oh yeah, it was that time frame for sure. But we had Scottie Pippen, and it was a big deal. You know, Scottie Pippen playing against Michael Jordan. And you got these two old guys just going at it, right?
Yeah.
But LeBron is not that. LeBron was probably still playing like 38 minutes a game.
He was by far the number one option for the Lakers going into the playoffs.
Isn't that
when Luka
insane?
and Austin
That's
Reeves
just
were hurt.
completely insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just
Jeff says he needs an Outlaws jersey.
Outlaws jersey. I'm about to say we can get an
coming
Outlaws
soon.
jersey. Yeah, coming soon.
You just go to what's the website?
DBL.org.
So yeah,
DAKBL.org.
DACBL.org. So right now, I'm taking merchandise orders just individually. So I mean,
Okay.
Jeff, you want to find me on Facebook? You want to connect with me after this? I'd be happy to do that.
Sweet.
So go ahead, find my Facebook and reach out, and I'll be happy to get jerseys set up and everything.
Sweet, dude.
So, but merchandise should be coming. I'm taking orders now. You know, just having the
Just hit you
players
up.
reach out to me and everything. So we're working. Yeah, it's super exciting.
I want to. So it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty cool thing. Starts officially beginning of 2027. All that. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What is your vision for what this league looks like?
Yeah, so that's been a huge cornerstone of like my business plan development and everything. Of I have to outline everything and see what it looks like on paper to be like, hey, I could probably make this work.
Right.
5-year outlook. This first year, you know, let's get it off the ground.
For sure.
Let's make it successful. Let's make it happen. Year 2, we're looking at a little bit broader expansion. I have groups of guys that are interested in different towns in North Dakota. So if I can throw together a Kindred team or a Devil's Lake team next year, you know, just maybe do a Jamestown team, do something, add one more team.
And then find a viable way to get that 6th expansion. team out there.
Yeah. So get 1 or 2 expansion teams there. Year 3, I would love to start looking towards like South Dakota, Minnesota, Montana.
Make it regional now.
Tri-state
Yeah, make it
region.
more of a regional basketball league. You know,
It
still
is the Dakota Basketball League, not the North Dakota Basketball League.
There
Correct.
is a
South-
North.
South
Dakota, and there is a South Dakota.
Exactly. South Dakota, the door is wide open.
Yeah, right. I might have to change branding a little bit, reaching out to Minnesota, Montana, but
I think it could say Dakota Basketball League. I mean, you have in college, you have these like divisions that are based off of regions that has nothing to do with North Dakota.
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah, here we are.
yeah, right.
Like Moorhead, East Grand.
Missouri Valley. I guess technically, are we in the? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the Missouri River here, but that's
Yeah, something like that.
But anyways,
But we keep
hit the
branded.
region. Hit the region.
Yeah, hit the region overall, and then from there, I want to look at starting like a nonprofit aspect of the league, as far as going into setting up youth camps for lower income families that may not have. Because I'm trying to make them affordable in the first place, because I know some professional teams are charging $150, $200 per player.
Wow.
And I'm like, let's do
a
it
lot.
$50 a player.
Yeah.
Get your kids in here. Let's teach them some basketball stuff. I'm not NBA level, so I can't charge. I'm not going to charge $150, $200. That just sounds outlandish to me. And having my own kids, if I saw $50, I'd be like, yeah, let's go sign them up. Like,
Make
Right.
it work.
yeah, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to learn how to dribble a ball a little bit better.
Exactly. And that will happen because it seems like a lot of the like big name stuff, they throw a big name on it and that person may or may not be there, or it just turns into Facebook shorts. Wow. Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts of
Just combine them.
it's all the same thing of said basketball player just destroying some kid or getting destroyed every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I'm curious as to how much like actual fundamentals are being taught in those things. By that big name is probably other people that are doing that stuff. And so this is just
I'm getting the players to actually run the clinic, run stations there at the clinic. So they'll be doing different things. This first clinic, we're looking at about 25 kids per session.
it's awesome.
So we're hoping for a good turnout. I need to go pick up the rest of the registration forms tomorrow or Friday and, hash out everything. But they get a shirt included with it and everything. Another way to get the team out there, get the market out there. You throw
Minot Outlaws.
Yep, that's part of the fee there. You get a free T-shirt, and then, so going back into the nonprofit aspect of things, I'd love to do things like where we hosted like a charity game, where admission was just, I pick a school in the district or I pick a school in the state or something like that, and all the proceeds from that game will go towards
Cool.
that event.
Yep,
And
yep.
whoever we're sponsoring, whatever charity we're running at that point.
Yeah.
Just to do something, again, for the community.
Right, yep.
Because that's my big thing. Is I don't want it to be just a way to get money in my pocket. I want it to be something that people genuinely enjoy and like look forward to.
Becomes a staple in the community at that point.
Yep.
Well, one day Nike and Adidas will be knocking on the door.
Yeah.
That'd be the dream. Yeah.
Under Armour and Puma. Those work
right.
just fine too.
They're getting here. I'll take Reebok.
Yeah.
I'll take Reebok.
I'll take Converse.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take Skechers.
Yes.
Why not?
Brooks,
Skechers is somebody in the NBA has a Skechers shoe.
Believe it. I mean,
I'd have to look into it, but I have heard that.
I mean, in the last 10 years, New Balance has become a
Cooper
whole
Flag
thing.
has.
Like,
Who has a Skechers shoe in the NBA?
well, even you could. What's it like? There's the Chinese company too.
Clay Thompson had something with
Dwayne
Yeah, it's
Wade.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
I knew it was. It's Joel Embiid.
Embiid.
Is
That's
why
got
his-
Skechers.
Is that why his knees are always shot?
Probably. Isn't that crazy? But Anunoby also does.
Okay.
And Julius Randle.
Okay.
Really, Julius Randle.
Yeah, I know. A bunch of traders.
He seems like a sketch.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Very cool.
This is kind of a spiritual successor to like the old Minot Skyrockets, Dakota Wizards from back in the day. This is going to be the next step in getting a semi-professional basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel the support of the community?
So far, I do.
Good.
Obviously, yeah. I don't want to say that sponsorships are the only way to show support because it's not.
But it really helps.
But it really helps. So,
I've heard.
sponsors, if you're hearing this, reach out. I'm here.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to have local and state reach.
Yep. Yeah. So I just really am hoping for the community's support to come out to the games and actually be there and be present. That's how I'll know that I have the community's support is by them showing up to the games and everything. Like at the showcase event, we're gonna have an artist perform towards the end of at the championship game. Hopefully he'll bring his fans out and everything. I want to run stuff like face painting, have a card vendor set up a booth to sell sports cards and Pokemon cards just to get people to come in and come check it out. I'd make it like a mini fair at the game, something to get people in the door.
Yeah, if there's cheese curds, people show up.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'll try to get the auditorium to have that. Yeah, absolutely, I'll be there.
You need to get what you need to get is worst case scenario. They need to pull out the food truck for this thing, man.
Yeah,
break it back out.
They said they barely ever will, but you know this would be a good thing for them.
One.
Yeah, just set up in the parking lot. Yeah,
Worst case scenario is bomb.
It's a fact. If you guys need like a mobile massage table and massage therapist there too.
Hey,
I
if
can
the
find
team
that
needs
out
one,
for you.
the team needs one. The official massage therapist for the Minot Outlaws.
yeah. There we go.
He is one.
You are.
That's me. Yes.
Well, yes. Okay. Yeah.
We can finesse this 100%.
Yeah, we
But
can. We can make it work.
One actual question. Maybe this is premature too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you plan on broadcasting the games?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure that's a work in progress.
Yeah. We're a work in progress, working with the networks in the state.
Sure.
Trying to see what they offer and what benefits the both of us. Of course. So that's been with both of Beck and PSP. Going back and forth. So
Get this, Kyler. Not only is there a chance that there's a stream, there's also a chance that there'll be coaches' challenges.
yes.
Oh,
So it'll be fed right into the game so they can run it back.
that's exciting.
Yes.
Correct?
So yes, that would be ideal. I would love to have that. I just need to make sure that we can have the proper equipment and everything in place to do it. Because again, I want to give it that professional feel.
sure.
I don't want it to just seem like I'm paying a bunch of guys to play rec league basketball. Like,
It's fancy rec league.
yeah,
kind of thing.
right.
With jerseys, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, rec league does, but
we get the jerseys and everything. But when the guys are out there playing, I want them to feel like fouls are being called how they should be. I want them to feel like he smacked my wrist on my up. I didn't get the call. And, I got called for a lane violation or something like that. Like let's run it back and let's look at it actually.
right.
So that's been one of the things that again just need to make sure we have everything in place for it.
That's fair. Yeah. It's the goal. If it'll happen year one, to be determined.
Yeah. Yep.
That's fair.
Very exciting. Well, appreciate you coming on and talking
Yeah.
about
No, thank you for having me. I
Dakota
appreciate it.
Basketball League.
Last look
Yeah.
forward to the DBL.
He
starting
does.
here.
I do too. But
Yeah.
Kyler's fired up
We've been
about
talking
this.
about this for a couple months, like in passing on here.
I mean, yeah.
When we saw it, like I look forward
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, well, you guys are more than welcome to attend the games. Just find me. I'll get you guys in there.
Yeah,
Don't
sounds
worry
good.
about that. Yeah, we'll take care of
Awesome.
that. Take care of you
Sounds
guys.
good.
It's gonna be
Appreciate
fun.
it. Yep. All right. Thank you for coming on, Dorian. Thank you to everyone that did watch this episode of Minot Talk here at the Dakota. And, Kyler's going to be back on Thursday. He's going to be sitting down with Haley from the Search Valley Animal Shelter.
Are you going to be here Thursday?
I'm not.
Okay, I'll be here.
He'll be there.
I'll make it work.
Very good. Thank you for watching this episode of Minot Talk, and we will see you the next time.